Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this month's edition of our webinar series. My name is Manzur Gaucher. I'll be your presenter for today. Our topic this morning is 3 ways to help grow your IRA. Thanks again for joining us. This presentation will probably last about 30 minutes or so, after which I will open it up for some Q&A session. So please feel free to type in your questions there at the bottom of the left-hand side of your screen, and I'll try to get to all of them time permitted. So before we get started, I'd like to read out this disclaimer that we have for you. The Entrust Group, Entrust, does not provide any investment advice or endorse any products. All the information and materials are for educational purposes only. All parties are encouraged to consult with their attorneys, accountants, and financial advisors before entering into any type of investment. About the Entrust Group, for those of you that are not familiar with who we are and what our role is, just allow me a couple minutes to kind of go through this for you real quick. The Entrust Group is the premier provider of self-directed IRAs and 401k plans. We work with individuals and small business owners who wish to take control of their retirement plans by investing in alternative investments that they know and understand. It's basically what we do. The Entrust Group does not give any advice, any sort of advice, whether it's tax, legal, investment advice, nor do we provide any investments or sell any products. So our clients come to us with a certain investment in mind, whether it's a real estate property, a membership interest in an LLC, a limited partnership, whether they want to do a secured note, secured by real estate, a trust deed, or an unsecured promissory note for that matter, among other things. And what we do is we simply purchase the investment on behalf of the retirement plan and do the record keeping for it. So that's what we do. We're the leaders in our industry. We've been around for over 30 years and are one of the oldest and the largest self-directed administrators out there. What we pride ourselves on is, however, is on the education that we provide to our clients and professionals out there on the topic of self-directed retirement plans. Whether it's through our CE program, our National Continuing Education program that we have for realtors across the states, CPAs and attorneys, or doing local presentations in our various offices that we have nationwide, and through some national webinars such as this one this morning that you're attending. So our agenda for today, here's what we're going to be talking about. First, what we're going to discuss is why you need to start saving now. Why is it so important to do so? We'll discuss the 3 ways to help you grow your retirement plan, whether it's doing your through your annual contributions, whether making investments that you know and understand, that you're able to have more control over, and the idea of having the ability of truly diversifying your retirement plan. We'll talk about self-directed IRA, what it is. Then we'll go through how to open a self-directed IRA account and go through the checklist and really show you how easy and simple it is to establish one of those retirement plans, self-directed retirement plans such as the ones that the Entrust Group offers. And then may again open it up for some Q&As for us here at the end. So why you need to start saving now? It's really never too early to start making contributions and start savings to your retirement plan. And according to the Insured Retirement Institute here back in November 2014, and the first bullet illustrates the importance of starting early. For instance, a worker who starts to contribute to a retirement plan at age 35 would need to save about 16.5% of the annual income to have the same amount of retirement income at age 65 as a worker who started contributing 10% annually at age 30. So you see the difference there. If the worker delays that even further, contributing to the retirement plan until age 40 instead of 30, he or she now would need to save more than 25%, more than a quarter of their income annually to achieve the same level of retirement income at age 65. So again, the starting early is so important here in growing your retirement plan. And that is probably why we're seeing more and more workers in the workforce working past the age of 65 because they don't have enough saved in there to retire comfortably. Again, according to a study by the Bankers Life Center here on the second bullet, for a secure retirement, 62% of middle income baby boomers expressed doubt that they will have enough money to live comfortably through retirement. Another study conducted by the Boston College's Center for Retirement Research has found that American workers are $6.6 trillion short of what they need to retire comfortably. I think that the most alarming piece of information is the last bullet here. According to the Employee Benefit Research Institute, 46% of all American workers, almost half, have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. 29% of those, 30%, almost a third of all American workers have less than $1,000 saved for retirement. So what are the ways to help you grow your retirement plan? Making your annual contributions for one, investing in what you know and understand, and then truly diversifying your retirement plan in allocating it into different investment vehicles. So let's take a closer look here at each of the ways to help you grow your retirement plan that would allow you to hopefully retire more comfortably. First, contributions. I mean, the number one way, I believe, to help grow your retirement plan is to keep making your annual contributions to the retirement plan. There's so many different various retirement vehicles out there for you as an individual or a business owner that we can discuss very briefly here. But again, obviously discuss that with your CPA and or tax advisor to see what's ideal for you. But for instance, in a traditional IRA, which is by far the most popular type of retirement plan, almost anybody is eligible for it. So if you have earned income and you are under the age of 70 and a half, then you're eligible to contribute. Very simple. That's the only two requirements. Limits are $5,500 per year or 100% of compensation, whichever is less. And if you're over 50, the IRS allows you what we call an additional catch-up contribution of $1,000. So if you're over the age of 50, you may contribute $6,500 as opposed to $5,500. The other thing that many individuals out there are not aware of is the spousal IRA, which in essence allows the spouse that is not working, he or she, to contribute to the retirement plan by also making $5,500 to it or $6,500 over the age of 50. So look at stuff like items like that when you're talking to your CPA and see if you qualify for that. For the traditional IRA, the contributions may be tax deductible, again, depending on your modified adjusted gross income limits. That would be something you want to discuss with your tax advisor and see if you're eligible for it. The main characteristic of a traditional IRA is that the contributions and the earnings are taxed at time of distribution. So when you start taking the distributions after the age of 59 and a half, which you're eligible for, and ideally your income level is lower then you're able to take the distributions out at the lower tax bracket. On a Roth IRA here, you could be eligible at any age There is no age restriction like the traditional IRA, as long, again, as you have earned income. Same limits apply to it. 5,500 if you're under the age of 50, or 6,500 if you're over the age of 50. Your modified adjusted gross income must be within certain limits for a full contribution. So if you're looking at the table there where it says the Roth contribution limits, modified adjusted gross income phase-out ranges. So for instance, if you're married and filing a joint tax return, it phases out if your income jointly is at $188,000. If it's less than 178, you're eligible for the full contribution. Again, talk to your CPA about this, but those are ways that mostly anyone with earned income can look to grow their retirement plan. And when talking to your CPA, again, figure out which one is better for you, a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. And what a perfect time to do it now, since this is tax season, obviously, and the tax deadline for contributions is April 15th, or whenever you file your taxes, no extensions. Other types of plans, employer-based plans that we call, that are available for business owners out there. So if you're a small business owner, and depending on the number of employees that you have, there are some options available for you. So for instance, a simple IRA here could be ideal for you if you have 100 or less employees working for you. So you as the employer would make the contributions, either I believe it's 2% non-matching, or up to 3%, making $1 per dollar of employees' contribution. So the employee would put 3% and you would match $1 per dollar. The employee here could contribute up to 100% of their compensation, up to $12,000. A SEP IRA, Simplified Employee Pension IRA, would allow you to contribute up to 25% of your adjusted gross income at a maximum of $52,000. But the thing with the SEP IRAs that you want to be aware of is all eligible employees that work for you, and the eligible employees defined by any employee that has worked for you the 3 of the past 5 years, must receive the same percentage that you as an employer have. So again, discuss that with your CPA and see if a SEP IRA is ideal for you, or a simple IRA. Again, other ways to put away tax-deferred dollars. Another one is the individual K with the Roth component in it. That could be if you're a sole proprietor, for instance, with no employees working for you other than a spouse or partners. That might be the ideal plan for you. Again, allows you to defer up to $52,000, and then there's an employee elective deferral of up to $17,500. Again, the idea here is to introduce to you the different types of retirement plans that allow you to, depending on your situation, case, and if you're a business owner or an employee, what will allow you to make more and more, allow you to grow your retirement plan. So again, please consult with your CPA to find out which retirement plan best fits your needs. Other tax advantage plans that are out there that with tax benefits that will allow you to put away more tax dollars are, for instance, the Coverdale ESA, which is the Educational Savings Account, that you can open one up for your children up to the age of 18 and contribute $2,000 per year for that. Or the Health Savings Account, HSAs. If you have a high deductibility health plan at work, you're eligible for the HSA. And guess what? Just like the other IRAs that we talked about, the traditional Roth, SEP, Simple, and the individual K, you may self-direct those types of plans to invest in things that you know and understand. Talk to your tax advisor and see if those are things that you're eligible to set up, and we'll be happy to set those up for you. So invest in what you know and understand. Another way to help you grow your IRA and your retirement plan is investing in what you know and understand. There's over 50 million IRAs out there, I believe, over $5 trillion. And the vast majority are invested, over 98%, maybe 97%, in traditional stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and etc., traditional investments, with brokers that will not, for instance, talk to you about the investments that are listed out there that you may invest in with a self-directed IRA, such as real estate, precious metals, private placements, investing in energy and oil and gas partnerships, doing secured and unsecured notes, etc. They don't talk to you about those because they don't allow them. They will provide you with a list of products that they sell. That's what they want you to invest in. So why rely on them to manage your investments, especially if you are familiar with any of these investments that we mentioned up here? For instance, real estate. So if you are a real estate investor and are doing this with non-qualified money, with your personal funds, and you're purchasing, whether you're buying and holding real estate properties, whether you're buying and rehabbing and flipping properties, guess what? You can do this with your retirement plan. So leverage that expertise and knowledge and invest in what you know and understand for, again, an opportunity to earn higher returns and help you grow your retirement plan and, again, help you retire more comfortably. And thirdly, the way to grow your retirement plan is to truly diversify your retirement portfolio. I mean, we all heard the phrase out there, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Allocate your investment funds across different kinds of investments, which a self-directed IRA would allow you to do that, and hence would allow you to protect against market volatility and harsh inflation rates. Gain access to a range of alternative investments not offered by traditional banks and brokerage firms. Again, they only offer you the traditional CDs, stocks, bonds, mutual funds via self-directed IRAs, which you can invest in all different types of allowable assets, like the investments that we mentioned a couple of slides ago. So how do I accomplish this? Well, you accomplish this by simply establishing a self-directed retirement account. But first, maybe your question is, so what is a self-directed IRA? And really, we get this question all the time. Many times, we have individuals that are looking to set up an account with us, and on the account paperwork, we have listed as the types of retirement plans the ones that we talked about, the traditional, the SEP, the simple, the Roth IRA, and they don't see a check mark for a self-directed IRA. And the reason they don't do that is because a self-directed IRA is not a type of IRA, it's just a term in the industry for an IRA that allows you to invest in non-traditional assets like we talked about, such as real estate, LLCs, private stocks, precious metals, notes, etc. So again, it's not a type of retirement plan. It's just a term. And again, with a self-directed IRA, you can get much greater flexibility in the number of investment choices that you have. You're not limited to the products that are sold by brokerage firms and banks out there. So how do I open a self-directed IRA? And the process really of establishing a self-directed IRA is a very simple process. And many of our clients actually stop by our local offices to complete the paperwork. It could take about 20 to 30 minutes. You're in and out, and now you have a self-directed IRA. Step one is open an trust account and completing a couple of forms, providing us with a state ID, and we establish the account for you in a day or two. Now the account is open. Secondly, you want to fund your new account, and you can fund it again by making your annual contributions that we spoke about, or you can do a transfer or a rollover, and we'll discuss the differences here between a transfer and a rollover very, very shortly. Time frame to do that could take about 10 days to 2 weeks, depending on where your IRA or 401k is held. And we'll initiate that for you on the transfer side. You'll initiate that on the rollover side. It takes about 10 days to 14 days. Once you have your funds at your interest account, now you're ready to make your investment. You invest in what you know and understand, and now you're ready to make your investment. Full or partial rollovers or transfers. Now, again, aside from contributions, there are two other ways to fund your investment, as we discussed. One would be a transfer. A transfer essentially is a like-to-like type. So if you have an IRA at a Schwab or at a B of A, and you want to set up an interest self-directed IRA, now you would complete the transfer form. Again, it's a direct transfer from one custodian to another. And you, as the IRA holder, do not take receipt of the funds. So you don't see the funds. It goes from, let's say, Schwab to Entrust. There are no reporting to the IRS. The rollover on the other side, if you do what we call an indirect rollover, and you take receipt of funds from, let's say, a Schwab, you have 60 days to turn around and park that money into anywhere else, including Entrust. At that point, there is an IRS reporting required from both institutions to make sure that it is done within the 60-day period. The other type of a rollover is the direct rollover, where again you don't see the funds, but it is rolled over from your previous 401k administrator directly to your interest account. So getting started, a quick checklist of the steps of setting up an account and, for instance, let's say purchasing a piece of property, which is, by the way, real estate is probably the most popular type of asset that we see our clients investing in. So the first thing one would do is complete the new account kit. And the new account kit really is comprised of the account application, fee disclosure, both signed and sent to us along with a copy of your driver's license. Electronically could be done, or hard copies. Again, we set up the account in 1 to 2 days. Then we decide what we're doing here. Are we doing a transfer if you have an IRA at another institution, custodian, or are we doing a rollover if you have a previous retirement funds held at a previous employer? Okay? And again, the way to we mentioned 10 days to 14 days. That's really, the ball is on the other side of the court here. We have really no control on how long it takes. So it's best for the client to maybe call the custodian or the 401k administrator to try to expedite that. On the fee disclosure, you would choose a fee option. It's very simple. It's either, our options are per asset, flat fee, or per value. Please call us directly. We're happy to discuss the fees for you. And the fees are auto-billed quarterly, so they can either be deducted from your IRA account or billed if you have a credit card on file. We do have a setup fee of $50 we are waiving. Actually, we do have a promo special through April 15th. If you provide us with a new account kit that, along with a transfer or a rollover request, we will waive that $50 setup fee for you. Then you're ready, let's say, to identify the investment property if you are going to invest in real estate, and we'll work with your escrow officer and realtor to make sure all the documents are in the name of the IRA vested property. We'll turn around, fund escrow, close it, and now your retirement plan owns the property. Really that simple. We talked about the coupon. This could be found on our website, or just call us directly at any of the offices. We're happy to provide that for you. All you need to do is put your name and email address on it and accompany that with a transfer form to transfer your funds from your current custodian, or a rollover certificate to move the funds from your previous employer, and you will get the $50 setup fee waived for you. It's really that simple. And that is it today as far as our webinar. It went pretty fast. Again, if you have any questions, please type them on the left-hand corner here. Let's see if there are any. I really don't see any right now. If you have any, let me know. Otherwise, please feel free to contact me directly. Here's my information. I am based in Santa Monica, actually. Anyone that is in the LA area, and I also have an office in Mission Viejo that I'm happy to meet with you there as well. My direct phone number is listed, 310-496-4216. And the email address is also listed out there. Oh, I do have a quick question, actually, someone here. Richard, can we get a copy of the presentation? Absolutely. Just either call me or email me, and I'll send you a copy of the presentation for you. So if I don't have any more questions, I want to thank you again for joining us today, and I hope that you found this webinar to be educational for you, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thanks so much, and have a great morning.